You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. Let's talk about the New York Jets because a story has surfaced about a couple of quarterbacks that they may actually be interested in that is just sort of like, wait, what is happening right now? You're taking a step back and you're going, okay, I can understand looking very heavily at Aaron Rodgers. I can understand looking at Derek Carr, even though I don't think he's a great fit because of personality. I can understand looking at Jimmy Garoppolo. But, and this is going to relate back over to, I'm going to tie this into Pro Football Talk's top 100 free agents because they got a ranking here that, in my opinion, makes no sense whatsoever. All right. And I'll just let you know right now, they've got Geno Smith and Daniel Jones ranked 9-10 spots ahead of Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't get that. Okay. Daniel Jones has had some good games, and in a lot of ways, because I'm a Daniel Jones guy, I got validated this year because he had a pretty good season. But even in a limited section of playing this year, Garoppolo had 16 touchdowns and 4 picks. It's mind-boggling the disrespect that Jimmy Garoppolo gets. And I'm shocked by this because, look, and it does talk about the fact that the Jets are going to look at Garoppolo, and there's obviously the Robert Saleh connection there because Saleh was the defensive coordinator. If they'd have kept their other offensive coordinator, LaFleur, it would have made a lot more sense because of his ties back to Shanahan, back to LaFleur, back to that offense, all that, this, that, and the third. This is a shocking report. It really is. It's kind of like, well, wait a minute. I can understand maybe the 3 big fishes in the free agent market, or what could be the free agent market. I can absolutely understand kicking the tires on Lamar Jackson, but bringing Daniel Jones and Geno Smith into the scenario, and let's look at the top 100 right quick. They got Lamar number 1. He's never going to see the open market. He could see the trade market, but he's going to get probably the non-exclusive franchise tag, which is going to allow somebody to come in and make a trade offer. Derek Carr 2, Geno Smith 3, Daniel Jones 4, Jimmy Garoppolo way down at 13. I don't get it. I mean, 2 NFC championship games, a Super Bowl appearance. Daniel Jones and Geno Smith neither have sniffed that kind of success over the course of several years of proving that when you're playing for a team, you win games. I get it. You got an injury history. But Geno Smith had one outlier, really damn good season. And Geno was the best story in football, as far as I'm concerned. But this just doesn't make sense. Daniel Jones, in no world can he hold Jimmy Garoppolo's jock. I'm sorry. I know he's younger. I know he can move better. But he does not have the win-loss pedigree and the playoff pedigree that Jimmy G's got. It's just weird. And in no world would I ever pay Daniel Jones $45 million. Dude, you're a $30 million quarterback. And even that stings. Okay, that stings. All right? Just because one New York team isn't cutting Daniel Jones a $45 million per year check doesn't mean another team won't be willing. Outkick. In the latest twist in the free agent quarterback market, Daniel Jones's name has popped up in a report surrounding the New York Jets' game plan to bring in a new starter under center. Okay. While it's been a 2-quarterback race between Derek Carr and Aaron Rodgers for the Jets job, New York is reportedly considering bringing in guys set for new deals like Jones or Seattle Seahawks' Geno Smith. Geno Smith? Geno Smith, back to the Jets, where he was drafted. Some could argue where his career was effed up. Okay? Because obviously they didn't handle Geno right. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Wow. According to Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer, so we're not talking about just some a-hole out there just throwing some shit out. This is Albert Breer. He's been told this by somebody in the Jets organization, or Albert Breer would not report it. I'm just letting you know. The Jets are, quote, exploring everything from Rodgers and Carr to Ryan Tannehill, that I can kind of understand, and Jimmy Garoppolo, to even the idea of bringing Geno Smith or luring Daniel Jones from across town. Joe Douglas and the New York Jets front office aren't shy to consider any option on the market, but is Jones a realistic option for Gang Green? As radical as it sounds to reel in a quarterback from across the way, Jones and the Giants are seemingly on different standings over the right price tag for a contract extension this offseason, 1 year after declining Jones' fifth-year option on his rookie deal. What does that tell you? All right, the New York Giants are telling everybody what they need to know about what they believe that Daniel Jones is really worth. Or they would have just, we know, they would have just hooked him up, okay? They would have hooked him up. Despite a stable year under rookie head coach Brian Daboll, Jones's production has convinced few in the Giants building that he's worthy of an elite extension. He is not. In fact, more than likely, he might get franchised. But I got to be honest with you, I got to start wondering if the Giants are going to start looking at some of these free agent quarterbacks. Ultimately, Jones is a quarterback inherited by Daboll and Giants general manager Joe Shane, rather than a hand-picked franchise player. Should the Giants find a new opportunity of equal asking price and allow contract negotiations to fall, Jones could result in a sneaky pickup for the Jets. Even if he's a tough sell to the fan base. A tough sell? I mean, it's bad enough that you guys aren't understanding that Zach Wilson is a total and complete bust. By the way, did you hear what Albert Breer said about Trey Lance? Jesus. Considering the Seahawks' enthusiasm to keep Geno Smith after his boom season, the Jets stand at a better shot of snatching up Jones than the Seattle starter. I think Seattle's going to re-sign Geno Smith somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 28 to 30 million. Rumors still lean towards Carr being the top quarterback to the Jets to join the Jets next season. Rodgers fueling speculation that a return to Green Bay remains an option. I'm starting to really heavily lean towards he's coming back to Green Bay. With the type of draft the Jets had in 2022, where they had both the defensive rookie of the year and offensive rookie of the year, Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, it's safe to say this front office knows what they're doing. Yeah, certainly when it comes to drafting talent, Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh they showed in the draft last year, they got a pretty good eye for talent in the draft. That is so strange to me. It truly is. I still think Derek Carr, the right fit, and Jameis Winston got released yesterday, or is getting cut. That's the word. He's getting cut by the Saints. It just makes you think, Derek Carr's Carolina, New Orleans Saints. Dennis Allen's down with the Saints. Derek Carr and the Saints just makes a lot of sense. I kind of think Jimmy Garoppolo ends up either with the Jets or the Tampa Bay Bucks. Nowhere in there has Carolina popped up. I don't know how this is going to play out. I truly don't. It's when you start seeing reports of Geno Smith and Daniel Jones being look, I understand the Jets trying to take a big swing, but I don't consider those two to be massive swings. I really don't. They're quarterbacks that seem perfect for the situation that they're currently in, but the Giants are telling you the worth of Daniel Jones right now. And they're telling you it's not $45 million a year. It's not this massive contract. And the fact that they're not in a rush to let their quarterback, re-sign him and not let him go out and start flirting with everybody, that tells you all you need to know, okay? Daniel Jones needs at least another year. I'd franchise tag him. And I still think that's probably what's going to happen. Wow. Hey, Ryan Tannehill, he's very injury prone, but so is Jimmy Garoppolo. They're very similar because Tannehill also wins a lot of games. So he's going to be interesting in places like Carolina, also the Buccaneers, also New Orleans. You know, Tannehill might go down there and win a lot of games. I don't know. He's older than I thought. He's 34 years old, actually. So who knows? You like to think a quarterback wouldn't drop off a cliff at 34, but then again, we just saw what happened, with Russell Wilson. Is some of that age related with Wilson? We don't know. I had to make a video on this. I was like, really? Daniel Jones and Geno Smith? Is that going to excite the fan base any? I mean, they're pissed off enough that you're bringing Zach Wilson back. And you're just, you won't. Look, as a Niners fan, I'm sort of pissy that the Niners haven't just come to grips that Trey Lance, Albert Breer come out and said that the Niners were floored after they drafted Trey Lance because they thought they were getting a dual-threat quarterback and then found out he's not a very good runner against NFL talent, and that inside the organization they did an oh shit. I mean, if Trey Lance doesn't have value as a good runner because he can't throw the ball, he's a bust. So Zach Wilson. It's nuts. Look, be smart. Understand you busted. Pivot off. Don't wait. My God, some people actually believe Trey Lance got some trade value. Trade him for a third. Get him the hell out of the building. Get one pick back for all the picks you gave up. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.